Hi, my name is Dejan Lahovic, and you are watching a channel which one is a Creative Future World. I think we've been lied to, and in many occasions we have been presented with the proper details about 369, what is it and how is it. Contains a Solfeggio scale, Nikola Tesla says, to his key of the universe, and I agree with that. I can add it on, it's a seed of the life and a battery. But to understand what is a 369, you have to use the 147 and 258 numbers are the progression of the certain things what needs to be done and certain things what needs to be dealt with and implement into, and how's the positioning and how's everything going. I will try and on a quick way explain everything, and I don't want this to go to the wrong hands. I would like everybody to see it, and they can do it for themselves, or they can join to me we can do it together. Anyway, it's going to be widely used and it's going to be very easily presented and understood. I will give the all details, whatever is necessary for the people they can understand how. I can't expose it 100% all, but I will expose it up to the certain limit where a little bit of the ingenuity and a little bit of the understanding and connecting the dots, you will see the whole picture, and it's going to be easy for you to progress on your own. For your family, do not use it in any possible way for the companies, corporations and all the rest of the businesses which ones are. This is not patent, this is given to the people we can rise up together and produce something what is actually electrical energy, which one is everybody now in the moment having a less and less and paying more and more. It's better for the environment, the climate change and all the sustainable energy and all about the new renewable energy. This doesn't need to be renewed. It's just how you see it, you implement it, you do it yourself if you can, for your family, for your friends. But if you want to join, and because I'm sick of doing this for quite a long time on my own, and I'm trying to make, you will see, I will present it to you. I started up from the jet ski and floater and a couple of things, and now I'm doing the car. Everything's progressing but very slowly, and I'm on the edge of my wits with everything what's going on with the COVID and all the rest. I'm losing the jobs, and I'm just wanna this doesn't fall on deaf ears what I find out, and you can see and progress with it. Anyway, enjoy the presentation. I will try to be as clear as possible, but whatever happens, good luck. It's important to put them in the 3 columns and fold the numbers properly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and go further down. As long as you go, as further as you go, you will get the numbers repeating when you're using the numerology. 10 becomes 1, 13 becomes 4, 16 becomes 7. Same for 17 becomes 8, or 18 becomes 9. When you're looking at those things, you're gonna have a look how everything pattern unfolds for all 3 of them. When we're looking at 369, is divided 360 because 9 acts as a 0, as a starting point, and as a finishing point. That means 360 divided by 9 becomes 4, 80 becomes 8, 120 becomes 12, becomes a 3 by the numerology. 160 becomes a 7, 200 becomes a 2, 240 becomes a 6, and goes. If you put out on the outside those numbers, you will see what is going on. If you place the marker as a 1 and go backwards 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see every single second one is the skipped, and you go twice around. That means it's increasing the level of the going around, like he's got his own push. That you can see that by the blue line is the starting point, and then follow the red line and you will see what I'm talking about. Anyway, 147, very important number. 369 unlocks the 147 and 258. You get position 1. Second position, if you're gonna start it from a 4, and if you use the blue line and going backwards, and place all the numbers, and then go for the 7, from 7 and place all the numbers, you're getting a solfeggio scale. Solfeggio scale, it's very easy to recognize, and you can recognize this being placed in a plain sight. You can see for what it is. If you're looking at how is the positions, it's, you saw it many times before, but you didn't saw those arrows, and you didn't see those things. I placed it everything in position and how it's supposed to be. Anyway, 147 is very important, and we will now explain. This is 1. That is the first step. 369 becomes a 1. 4, it's you copy that 4 times, move for 90 degrees, if you can have a look on the side, and follow the green arrow and place it on 90 degrees 4 times around the circuit. If you do that, you can have a look, you can pause it, you can have a look at what is the positioning, why is it done that way. And it's gonna be a full circuit where every single one, it's actually 10 degrees off each other, but if you're looking at every number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and continues, folding up and folding on and on and on, and one above each other. Each of them correspond, and each of the layer of the windings, it's really important to understand and be meticulous about the windings. That's very important, and I call this 36er and generator. If you place the plate into it, you will see what's going to happen. That's one more, but that's for the later. Anyway, when you connect the lines, you can see how they're corresponding to each other as a first layer, first solfeggio scale, and that one, next one, what we moved, there is in a 90 degrees, there is 180 degrees, and there is a final one. Now you can see how the mesh is being done. The vortex is in the center completely, and that is the 4 times flipped in a round. To say how it's going to be, what you can use it for, putting the electricity in or extrapolating out when it's filled up, the mesh when it's flooded, then you need to take it out. You can use it on many different ways. You can implement on many different materials and do the much more with it than just electricity. But we will go about that later. Anyway, you can see, as I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, and every single one goes around by the placing just on the proper position. We're going to explain now number 7. That's 7 horses. There are 7 dimensions, as I call them, because you got the X, Y, Z, and plus another 4, which one actually slides through the middle. And if you place everything in a position properly and line up, I call it central. But can be done much more. Number 7, that's how it look like. And you can get different things when you're placing the electricity in or if you're taking it out. It's 2 different functions. There is one more way, what you can see through the movies and through the many different things. There is a main core, which one actually you can use for the core 36er and to enhance the flow of the electricity. This is one of another my projects, and I want to use this battery or generator to supply this car and to do something more. I call it DFF vehicle because you will see presentations. You can go on my webpage as co-creativefutureworld.com or vlegacy.au. It's all presented there. This is the shape of it, upper chassis, but it's I would like to combine 3 things at once, and to achieve it is really hard, actually, to float, to drive, and to fly. I changed the wheels to suit me for the certain things, and that's in which stage this is me. This external part is important to know. It's acts as a funnel. How does it look? This is me working on a jet ski. There is many things what is being done. That's how it's supposed to look, and that's a floater. What I would like to say is, if you're looking at neodymium magnets, it's very hard, especially this one, and they are really brittle. They crack very easily. Be careful with your fingers, with everything else. If you're using these ones, and you see they are very strong, and what is very unusual when you put them in this, it's there's no magnetism coming out. Magnetism is going through it. On these places you can see its magnetism is going. But what is the issue? Use the dielectric to isolate. Very important. Doesn't matter how big they are, what you use. Magnetism doesn't having any effect. It's actually going through the middle. Actually becomes the same as a transformer core. And then if you wind it up to the proper sequence, you're gonna have something looking like this. And isolate the steel parts. Use the hot glue or whatever it is. Up to you. But it's important to understand. Really be meticulous about the positioning, winding, and connecting to it. There is a couple of more things what you can use to add it on to it. That's something like this. It's inverters. It's many different what you can add it on. Doesn't matter. Important is you can add on one of the batteries of 12 volts. 24 volts, 9 volts, whatever you want to use it. That is important for you to understand. To play with that, you need one switch off, but switch off is positioning. I will tell you when is necessary to where is the switch off, because battery can be supplying constantly. Is not a problem, not an issue. And if it's possible to get support from you, that would be great on any possible way. Invest, donate, whatever. That is on my webpage, Co-Create the Future World. You can find out the details under the Co-Create and Invest and Donate and many others. I'm trying to raise the funds to actually bring down and to secure the proper bulk, buying in bulk, and securing the products for the people, because when they find out what is happening and how it's going to happen, they will increase the materials beyond any limits, and we won't be able to do it for ourselves as a first. As a second, if they take it over, it's an issue for you to acquire it. That's why it's better to raise the funds before, and you can acquire it and then give it to the people, so they can produce it for themselves, sell it to them, or make it for them who is not capable of doing it, to do it for them. Anyway, I would like to thank you so much. Have a look through everything. My webpage is Co-Create the Future World .com, and which one is new and what I'm putting up, it's a V Legacy. V meaning for the many different things, including my surname, but check it out, see what is possible to be done. I welcome any suggestion, even the work of people who can help, to the designers, because many things needs to be organized. I'm trying to do everything myself, and it's not possible. Then exposing it for the net, acquiring the new customers, acquiring new people, investors, and all the rest, and engineers, technicians, many jobs is going to be opened. Please, if you can, help us, help me, do it for all of us. Thank you very much.